Jai Hind student, today we are going to discuss the another chapter in Indian economic development, that is goal of India and development plan. When India became free on August 15, 1947, it got a backward economic. The partition of country made the situation worse. Then came the question, how can this goal be achieved? What type of economic system would be a more suitable for the India which could promote the welfare for all? So in India, the idea of economic planning became a reality with the setting up Planning Commission 1950. Now it is important to note that Planning Commission has now abolished in February 2050. It has been replaced by the Niti Aayog. The role of the Niti Aayog is to make the such policy that accelerate the pace of GDP growth. Before starting the chapter, let's first understand what is the meaning of economic planning. The economic planning refers to a system under which a central planning authority set a set of target and specify a set of program and policy to achieve those targets within the specific period of time. It means that the principal focus is on the rational management of the scarce resources. The resources are to be so rationally utilized that social welfare is maximized along with the GDP growth. In another word, we can say economic planning utilization of country resources in different development activities in accordance with the national priority. Now another question, what is the need for planning in India? The need for planning in India under the British rule, after the independent India economy is backward economy. It was a backward level of output and production was very low and the GDP growth was extremely low. And such a economy could not be left to the market force of supply and demand. To trace its path of growth and development, it is need a big push of investment and supported by the government. Then hence recourse to the economic planning. Then planning are two type directive planning. It refers to a system in which planning is introduced just to direct force of supply and demand so that the system does not go wayward from the state of equilibrium. In such planning, there is no direct participation of the state in the process of growth. Directive planning is pursued in the capitalist economy. Whereas comprehensive planning, it referred to a system in which government herself participates in the process of growth and development. Comprehensive planning is pursued in the socialist economic as well as mixed economy. In case of mixed economy like India, both private and public sector coexist as an agent of growth. Now we discuss the type of economics. The economics are divided into three parts: capitalist economics, socialist economics, and mixed economics. First, what is capitalist economy? The capitalist economy is defined as one in which the means the productions are owned by the individual and the individual are free to take their economic decision and guided by the principle of profit maximizations. In this, economic activities are guided by the self-interest and profit motive. Next, socialist economics. A socialist economic is one in which there is a social ownership of means of production. Economic decisions are taken by the some central authority of the government with the view to maximize the social welfare. It is also called a planned or command economy. At last, mixed economics. A mixed economic is one in which there is a private as well as public ownership of the mean of production. Production decisions are governed largely by the principle of profit maximization but not without the check and balance of social justice. Mixed economics is the combination of the capitalist economics and socialist economics. Indian economy is the example of mixed economic. Thank you.